Hello and welcome back to the podcast Catch It, A New Perception. My name is Ketuk. Looking forward to how this episode turns out because I'm thinking about something about the way that I once was and where I was and what I've become since then. And the line I think of is desperate for changing, starving for truth. Have you been able to find the truth in your life? Do you still live with self-deception? Are you desperate to change? Do you want to change? Do you have a desire to change? Some people do, some people don't. I sometimes sit in a sacred circle and say the greatest thing, I have said this recently, I sit in many sacred circles, the greatest thing that I have been offered here, that I have been gifted, has been change. That may have always been true. In the last 36 plus years, I have changed so much. I'm not as desperate for change as I once was. If you're in that place, I encourage you, dig back into some of these episodes that could affect you, that you could hear something from. Join those sacred circles, whatever those may be. Find your people. Quote unquote, find your tribe. Find those people that you resonate with, that you can sit with, that you can be honest with. Tell the truth to someone. I get it. We may not be able to be honest with everyone in our lives all of the time. Can you find one person today you don't need to lie to? One person you can tell the truth to. I was desperate for change, and I was starving for the truth. Emotionally, I was lost. As many of you know today, I'm emotionally sensitive, and I'm good with that. I don't care how you judge me, how you condemn me, or how you look down on me. I'm good with it. I still want change. I may not be desperate for it. I still want it. I want to continue to change. I want to continue to get to know my higher self. I want to continue to be part of. I want to feel like I'm part of the group of the people that I sit with in these sacred circles. I want to find the truth. And what is the truth? I think that we have it deep down inside of us. I think that we all know what the truth is. The truth for me today is that I'm going to get to know my higher self. I'm going to continue to change. I'm going to continue to treat the people around me, in my family, my friends, my people in my circles. I'm going to treat them better than I did in the past. That's change. That's the change I desire. Is that I show up in a way I didn't know how to. I've attempted to, and I didn't know how to. So I'll go to the elders that have come before me and see how they did it. See how they show up. See how they're willing to be part of. See how they've changed. Being desperate for change isn't a bad thing. What if it's the greatest thing that you've ever been gifted up to this point in your life is that you feel the desperation and that you have been gifted desperation that you will change, you can change. That there's a sliver of hope that you may change one day. If we can offer hope to people that they can change, please go out and spread that hope. Reach out to another human being when you see that someone is desperate for change. They're starving for truth and they don't know what it looks like because they don't have it in them yet. They have to find it outside of them first. Offer them the truth. Be honest with them when it's hard, it's difficult. People don't sometimes want to hear the truth because it's hard to hear. Doesn't mean it's not good for them. There's a difference between wanting to and willing to, and I've spoken about that a fair amount in these sacred circles I sit in and on this podcast. I didn't want to go and reconcile certain things with people from my past, tell them how I was wrong, how I didn't show up well, how I was abrasive, and this is being polite, saying it like this. I didn't want to go tell them, this is what I did, this is the damage I did, this is how I was dishonest. I didn't want to do that. I was willing to do it. Because I was willing to do it, I was able to change. I was so desperate for change, I was willing to do it. I didn't know I was starving for truth when I was. I knew I wanted to feel different. And the only way I could feel different is begin to think different. And the only way that I could begin to think different was to find the truth. Like one elder said, don't lie, there's less to remember. It's one of the last things I heard him say. It was the last time I saw him before he took his long journey and returned back to the spirit world. He returned back to the Star Nation within about a week after I had that conversation with him. But to hear him sit in a sacred circle, and all he said that day was, don't lie, there's less to remember. We begin to find the truth when we stop lying. That may only be the beginning of it. Is it worth it to not lie today? I remember one person, I had made a comment. I have probably mentioned this on an episode or two or maybe more. I made a comment about something. I was at work, and she looked at me and she said, you're lying. And I said, I have nothing left in this lifetime to lie about. This was probably almost 20 years ago. Lying does not benefit me. And when I stop lying and start telling the truth, I will learn what honesty is. Honesty runs much deeper. It is an essence that is healthy for someone trying to get to know their higher self, is to find the honesty in our lives, to find the truth within us. So honesty is just part of our essence. I know I have much to learn about this. And of course, someone could say that they're honest and not know because of self-deception. Self-deception is a form of honesty that is so hard to see. We don't realize how we've deceived ourselves. We heard someone say something and we believed it. Social media may be a good example. I didn't understand when I first heard someone say fake news. I didn't understand. I didn't know what social media was. I didn't have it. I don't know. Now I do have a Facebook page with the name Catch It, A New Perception. Ketuk may be on there. I don't know. It's just about this podcast is the only reason I have that social media page. Before this, I didn't know that fake news was things that you're going to hear on social media that just aren't true. It's hard to find the truth when you just listen to people blindly and then believe them, when they have been deceitful their whole lives. That's one example. There's many others. I had so much self-deception, I couldn't find the truth. I'm going to find the truth within me. I'm going to begin to seek it differently if I am given the option. It must be revealed to me. on how to take these steps and how to walk different. I remember when someone inscribed a book for me one time recently. A couple of friends have gifted me books that they've written and inscribed them for me. And one that was inscribed for me a long time ago said, "Walk slowly, drink lots of water, and follow the directions." There may be a way to find the truth within me. And when I have that truth within me, then I can share the truth with others. It's what I attempt to do on this podcast. Share what it is that has been gifted to me and how I can get honest with myself. It's by understanding certain things, whether that's about the repetition in my life and how that creates the consciousness that I want, how that layers into my subconscious. All of those things are present today. What more can I have? What more can I do? The more that I do and the more that I take action, the more I have a chance to be able to see the world different, to see you different, to see me different. Observe everyone, judge no one. Observe everything, judge nothing. If that includes myself, I need to not condemn myself. Not that I won't use some discernment along the way. I will, from this day forward, do my very best, not only to not lie, to find the truth. Sometimes I need to take an action to find the truth. I need to be with other people and take an action and treat them well, and then I see the truth in the situation. I see what it takes. That when I take an action and I'm kind to someone, maybe that I didn't know, and I'm kind for maybe what someone would think is no reason, or I'm kind to someone I do know, someone I've recently met, someone that sits in a sacred circle, someone at work, someone anywhere in the world. How kind can I be, and where is the truth in that? Am I taking an action so I find the truth, or am I being kind because I know the truth? To me, it does not matter. I will do my part to be kind at this point, at this time in my life. I look forward to taking that long journey back home to the Star Nation and returning to the spirit world. Until I do, I want to find a way to be able to not get back to that point where I was starving for truth, where I was desperate for change. In a sense, I always am desperate for change because I want more. I want more of what I've been gifted. I want to find out more how to be kind. I want to find out more about how to show love and respect to myself and to others. Whether that's to you on this podcast, whether that is to someone on the street that I don't know, whether that's someone in a sacred circle or someone at work. Can I be kind and show love, compassion? Can I have an intimate conversation with another man that could impact his life? Because he's never had a man sit down and have an intimate conversation and tell him the truth when he was starving for the truth, when he was desperate for change and he didn't know it. Am I willing to do that? I'm willing to do a lot more than what I used to when it comes to being kind. And if you're desperate for change, if you're starving for truth, take a different action and go find it. Because the truth will be waiting for you. Sometimes we must look inside to find it. Looking forward to next time. Live in harmony with and use the bounty of the land to bring kindness to the world. Dok Shao, okay?